It is written in the Jewish book Talmud that the entire age of this world is only 6,000 years, out of which more than 5,700 years have already passed. Only a few hundred remain, just a few hundred breaths of this earth, and then the world will collapse into its final trial. This is not just a claim of one religion. In Islam, Judaism, Christianity, there is one shared belief that in the final era, a terrifying nation will emerge. A nation that has been sealed behind a wall for thousands of years. A nation that will devour everything in its path. Their name is Yajuj and Majuj, or as the Bible calls them, Gog and Magog. And this is their story.
YAJUJ MAJUJ.
يأجوج and Majuj.
YAJUJ and Majuj.
Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam once said, just like these two fingers are close to one another, me and the Day of Judgment are that close. And now, look around. Signs are everywhere. The earth is crying. Masjid al-Aqsa is bleeding. Humanity is drowning in greed, sin, and technology. But there's one thing still missing from the end-time puzzle. Where are Yajuj and Majuj? One day in Masjid Nabawi, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting among his companions. Everyone's eyes were fixed on his face, and suddenly he began speaking about the greatest fitna to ever walk this earth, Dajjal. He said, Allah will give Dajjal such power that he will control food, wealth, rain, even life and death. People will follow him, not out of belief, but out of fear, out of hunger, out of desperation. He will stay on earth for 40 days, but the first day will feel like a whole year, the second like a month, the third like a week, and the rest like regular days. Hearing this, the Sahaba were shaken. Some began to cry. Others felt as if Dajjal was already standing behind a tree near them. But then, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam paused and said, shall I tell you about people even more terrifying than Dajjal? People that no one will be able to fight. When they are released, they will consume everything: food, water, trees, even the very soul of humanity. They are Yajuj and Majuj. Thousands of years ago, a powerful king ruled the east and the west. His name was Zulkarnain. When he reached the far north in one of his final journeys, he found a tribe who could barely speak his language. They cried to him through a translator, O Zulkarnain, between these two mountains live a savage people who attack us day and night. Please build a wall between us and them. And Zulkarnain said, I don't need your money. Allah has given me enough. Just bring me iron, molten copper, and your help. Together, they built a barrier so strong, so mighty, that no one could cross it, not over it, not under it, not through it. That wall was meant to seal away a nation. That nation was Yajuj and Majuj. Every day, they dig, they hammer, they tear into the wall with rage. And just as they are about to break through, their leader says, let's stop for today. We will finish tomorrow. But when tomorrow comes, Allah makes the wall as strong as it was before. And this cycle has continued for centuries. But a day will come when their leader will say, let's finish tomorrow, inshallah. And because of that word, inshallah, they will return the next day, and the wall will remain broken. That will be the day the gates of destruction will open, and Yajuj and Majuj will be unleashed. More than 5,000 years ago, the earth was drowning in sin. Humanity had crossed every boundary, and Allah's punishment descended. A storm that shook the skies, shattered the earth, and wiped out almost all life. Only one man was saved, Nuh alayhis salam, and with him a ship. On that ship, his family, his believers, and the future of mankind. Every human alive today comes from the three sons of Nuh alayhis salam, Sam, Ham, and Yafith. And it was from the descendants of Yafith that a strange, wild, and terrifying nation was born. They traveled far away from civilization to the frozen wastelands of the far north, a place where no crops grow, no animals live, and no human can survive easily. They lived between massive mountains surrounded by ice and silence. But when there is no food, when the earth offers no mercy, humanity changes. These children of Yafith became something else. They stopped farming. They stopped building. They stopped speaking like humans. They became hunters, plunderers, savage warriors who knew no mercy. They began attacking nearby lands, killing, stealing, burning everything in their path, and the people cried for help. That's when Zulkarnain found them. He sealed them behind the wall, but their rage only grew. They multiplied, they evolved, and today their numbers are so great that only Allah knows their exact count. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, for every one person who enters Jannah, 999 will be from Yajuj and Majuj. Let that sink in. If there are 8 billion people on earth today, how many more might be hidden behind that wall? Where are they? Are they underground, on another part of the earth, or in another dimension altogether? Because with satellites, Google Earth, and military tech, we've scanned every inch of this planet, but no one has ever found that wall. Has it already been broken? Are they already here, hidden in plain sight? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, when Yajuj and Majuj are released, they will come sliding down every mountain, sliding, not walking, like waves pouring from the hills. They will drink every drop of water they find. Even Lake Tiberias, the Sea of Galilee, will be drained. And today, that lake is already shrinking. Coincidence or a sign? They will destroy the earth like locusts, eating trees, draining rivers, killing everything. No army will stop them. No weapon will harm them. Even Dajjal, the greatest deceiver, will fear what comes after him. Because according to Islam, Dajjal will already be destroyed by Isa alayhis salam before Yajuj and Majuj even emerge. So ask yourself, if even Isa will not fight them directly, what kind of creation are they? After Dajjal is killed, peace will return for a short while, because something darker, something far more terrifying is waiting to be released. Allah will reveal to Isa alayhis salam, O Isa, I have released servants of mine that no one will be able to fight. So take my servants to Mount Sinai for protection. And Isa will obey. He will take the believers and retreat to Mount Sinai, not to fight, not to hide, but to survive, because no one on earth will be able to stop what's coming next. Yajuj and Majuj will be unleashed. Millions, billions, a flood of bodies pouring out from every direction. Their speed will be like lightning. Their hunger, like wildfire. They will drink lakes dry. They will eat every tree, crop, and animal. The first of them will pass a river and drink it dry. And when the last of them pass by, they'll ask, was there ever any water here? That's how many they will be. An ocean of destruction. Even the air will change. The earth will tremble. The skies will darken. And the believers will pray. Locked away in Sinai, they will cry to Allah for help. And that's when a miracle will descend. Not fire, not angels, not a weapon, but something simple. Something no army could prepare for. Allah will send worms, tiny creatures that will crawl into the necks of Yajuj and Majuj and kill them all in a single night. Just like that, the most terrifying army in human history will collapse. And when Isa alayhis salam and the believers descend from Mount Sinai, they will see death everywhere. Mountains of corpses, rotting bodies, a stench so strong it will cover the entire planet. So Isa alayhis salam will pray again, and Allah will send birds, huge birds with necks like camels, that will lift the corpses of Yajuj and Majuj and throw them into the sea. Then Allah will send rain, a powerful rain that will wash the earth clean, as if it never happened. Yajuj and Majuj gone, but the earth will never forget, and this will be one of the final signs before the trumpet is blown and this world comes to its true end. In today's world, we have mapped every inch of the earth. Satellites, Google Earth, military surveillance, geological scans. There is almost nowhere to hide. So where is the wall of Zulkarnain? Where is the iron barrier built between two mountains, thousands of years old, yet not a single trace on any map? Some said it was in Armenia, others said the Caucasus Mountains, some pointed to China, but no location fits all the descriptions from the Qur'an and Hadith. And that raises a terrifying possibility. What if the wall isn't on our earth at all? What if Yajuj and Majuj aren't behind a physical wall, but a dimensional veil, a hidden realm, a place sealed off not by bricks, but by time and space? The Quran says Zulkarnain's wall was made of iron and molten copper, two metals that are known today to block radiation, block signals, and block dimensional interference. Maybe the wall isn't just physical, maybe it's scientific, spiritual, or something far beyond our understanding. And maybe, just maybe, it's already weakening. Because when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that every day they try to break the wall and that one day they will succeed, he wasn't giving a metaphor, he was giving a warning. And on that day, the veil will break, the ground will split, and the floodgates of terror will open, millions upon millions, pouring out like lava. They will come sliding down every hill, not walking, not marching, sliding, like a tsunami of destruction. And when that happens, there will be nowhere to hide. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam once described Yajuj and Majuj, and the Sahaba trembled. He said, they will have wide faces, flat like shields. Their eyes will be small, sharp, piercing. Their hair will be thick, messy, like the bristles of a brush. Some scholars said they are mutated humans. Others said they are a hybrid creation, But one thing is clear, they will have no mercy, no peace, no humanity. They will not speak like us. They will not reason. They will only destroy. But the memory will never be forgotten, because their arrival will mark the closing chapters of this world. The trumpet will soon be blown. The sky will split. The earth will shatter. And every soul will stand before its Lord. So what should we do? Prepare, not with bunkers, not with bullets, but with belief, with tawbah, with Qur'an, with salah, with sincere dua. Because when that moment comes, nothing in this world will save you. Not money, not power, not followers, only your connection with Allah. The Prophet ﷺ said, near the end of time, holding on to your religion will be like holding a burning coal. So hold on, hold tight, and never let go, because the signs are not far anymore. They're already here. Yajuj and Majuj are coming, and when they do, there will be no more time left.